Hey everyone, I'm Ashley and this is Kobi. Today I'm going to be doing a reptile room tour part 1 because it's going to be my main reptile room. I'm actually going to do a part 1 of this room because it is quite big, and this time I would like to go a bit more in depth and show enclosures and animals a bit more. What you're probably expecting would be a reptile room tour part 2 because I've already made a part 1 and that would make a lot more sense, but I've changed my reptile room probably 87 or so times since then, so I'm actually going to redo this room. So before I begin, a quick disclaimer. This is not a normal amount of reptiles, and I really don't want people to see my reptiles and think that they should go out and buy a ton of reptiles. These reptiles that I have and all of my pets, mostly reptiles of Kobi, I've accumulated over the course of 4 or 5 years at least. Kobi I got long before that. So it's not like I just went out impulsively and bought all these animals. I put a ton of money, a ton of time, and a ton of planning into these setups and taking care of these animals. So I just want people to think about that before, you know, they rush out and buy all these animals. I see a lot of YouTubers posting 20 plus, 30 plus, 50 plus reptiles, and it just starts to turn into almost like a competition, and I don't want that. So I'm not going to mention how many reptiles I have. I actually often don't know because, you know, they're hatching and then I'm selling them despite what the title of this says. I'm actually not even going to show all the animals I own. I'm just going to show my like main ones, the ones that are like pets to me, and my breeders. I'm not going to show all the babies. I don't recommend going out and buying a bunch of animals at once. I recommend getting animals individually and really making sure you put a lot of time into their setup and a lot of research into the individual animal itself. So first we'll start with this half. The bottom tank down there and that tank right there are actually empty. So on this side, this is the only occupied tank, and in here we have my Kochi's giant day gecko, or Phelsuma kochi. So gecko was actually given to me by a friend who moved and, you know, was trying to downsize, I guess, and he actually got her from someone who was not giving her the proper lighting. He took her in from them. Now she has proper lighting, but as you can see, if I can find her, she does have a little bit of MBD, little bump on her back. Being kind of shy, so I'm gonna see if I can bribe them out with food. So far, so good. You want it? Oops, sorry, I dropped it. I'm sorry. Oh, that was Geico. Is that yummy? That's yummy. So good. It's hard to film them in here because it's kind of dense. Oh. This is a window cage. Nothing fancy, just some live plants, and I made the background. No. Oh my god. Come back in again. Oh, that was pretty cool. So that's Link. She's scared Geico. So yeah, there you can see the bump on her back. That's because her previous owner did not provide her with proper lighting, unfortunately, so that should show you what can happen. Right now in this tank I'm using the Reptile 5.0 for these guys, but I will probably switch it to the Arcadia 6%. From what I've read, they don't need to be changed as often, but I'm actually going to buy a solar meter so I can, you know for myself, which is really important when you have animals that rely on UVB. Hi, cutie. Oh my gosh, let me go get a treat. Oh, but they have lots of round bamboo to hide in, and then I have, can't really see any of them, but there's a couple little horizontal I don't know, diagonal, I guess, bamboo sticks going down the cage so they can bask on those later, and I'm hopefully going to be adding a branch, like a grapewood through, I'm sorry, I'm pointing with a bug, but I'm going to put it through like along the top. We're going to find a nice piece and put it there. So yeah, I'm excited for that. We attach some air plants or bromeliads to it. Might look kind of cool. So yeah, that's my day geckos. Yay, Kochi. Empty, but has a lot of plants. Actually, there's a lot of superworm beetles in here, so I guess technically it's not empty. I think there's some crickets, superworms, springtails, maybe some ice bugs. I don't know, probably. Don't really keep track in that one. So then we come over here, and this is all crested geckos. I have too many crested geckos. So I will actually take out a couple, but the ones down there are more baby tanks and grow out tanks. Keep crested gecko babies and young ones in small groups until they're old enough to sex. So first we'll start with this tank up here. So this tank is still relatively new, so that's why it's pretty sparsely planted. Just kind of letting things grow out. Starting to go well though. And there is a juvenile female crested gecko in here. I just put her in here because the tank is empty. I don't know where she is. Usually she's pretty easy to find because she sleeps in funny positions. Oh, there she is. So this is Pipsqueak. I've had her, she's probably a year and a half or so. That's probably wrong, I'm just kind of guessing. Yeah, I've had her for a while. I actually kept her because I had this one gecko that laid only 2 eggs ever and passed away. I got her as a much older gecko, and this was her first baby, so I decided to keep it because she was special, and she ended up being really pretty. She's not fired up right now, but she's still, you can still see the pattern. The parents, neither of them were pinstriped, and she's got beautiful pinstriping, not full as you can see, but still very pretty, and her colors are so gorgeous when she's fired up. She's like bright orange-ish colored and like very like lemony sides, and then her little spikies are actually like almost bright white. So little Pipsqueak, she's super cute. And the next tank we have over here, this is one of my adult breeder tanks, and I will take out some to show you. I don't like to pick favorites, but for the purpose of this video, this is Phoenix and this is Toffee. Toffee was one of the first. She used to be Toffee color. Now she's like red. Both of them are fired down completely. This one I raised from a little teeny baby. She is a pinstripe Crested Gecko, and this is Toffee. So these are 2 that I've had the longest, which is why I'm showing these 2. I'm not going to show all of my Crested Geckos because you probably don't have that kind of time in your life. But here's two beautiful ones. This is Toffee. She's super sweet. I love her a lot because they're so damn cute. Sit on her. These are my lower level Crested Gecko terrarium. I'm not going to show you all of my baby Crested Geckos, but I'll show you the terrariums. So this is one, it's 18 by 18 cube by Exoterra. A couple different plants in here. Sorry, the camera doesn't focus well. actually not gonna open this one because it will all fall out on me, but just show you some of the plants. There's like a monster wandering plant. I swear to God, it's bigger every day. I'm going to trim it. I'm kind of scared to. I think it's gonna like attack me. It's like a mutant plant. I don't know. Literally, this plant's bigger every day. It has not even been, I haven't even had it that long relative to some of my other ones. It's super pretty though. It actually like sparkles. And it's purple underneath, as you can see over there. And then in this tank, oh, you can see there's actually, I think only those two in here. They're a bit bigger, so they're on their own. Just some plants, nothing fancy, just kind of waiting for it to grow in. I'm gonna add some branches too. So the next reptile I have is my monkey tail skinks. I'm just gonna check and see if one of them wants to come out. If they don't, I'll just try and film them in there. Hopefully one will come out for me. So this is my male Solomon Island monkey tail skink, or Croatia zebrata. So yeah, this is the male. The female's in a cork round, so I am not going to try and take her out. So right now they're just in a 4 foot by 2 foot wood and glass enclosure. Those claws were, oh, I'm gonna put you back. I can't get him to go back. I'm actually getting a lot better. He was quite shy when I got him, but now it's like he'll actually voluntarily come out, and when he comes out, before he would just want to go right back. Now he actually can't even get him back. In the enclosure. So much more fun in there, yeah. Oh yeah, see? Oh, beautiful. And the next enclosure we have here is Angus's. And Kobi just likes to sleep up there for some reason. This is my Sulcata tortoise, Angus. He's 3 going on to 4 years old. I've had him for quite a while. Hey baby, he's super cute. So up here we have Brazilian rainbow boas. I have a pair of these. So this is Mickey's terrarium, and sorry the humidity. So for these, oh there he is. So that's Mickey having a little burrow for himself. Basically, he has lots of substrate to burrow in. I like to make it pretty deep for them. I have a hide hidden by a cork hide. Sorry, the video quality in here is terrible. And then I'm using cocoa, shredded cocoa for the bottom. I typically use cypress mulch, but it's kind of seasonal, so it will be in stock soon, but as of right now, there's none left. But this stuff works, it's just not as nice as the cypress. Yeah, that's basically it. Holds humidity well. These tanks are 4 by 2 by 1, so this is Iris's enclosure. Again, some cork hide, and then a cork hide. I think she's in there. Sorry, baby. You can see her not very well. Okay, I'll take one of them. I'm just gonna take one. So this is Mickey, my Brazilian rainbow boa. He is a big boy. Come here. He was one of my first snakes, so he's extra special to me. I love him a lot. Rainbow boas are such beautiful animals, gorgeous colors, and they're really curious, which is nice, very interesting to watch. So much personality to them. They're pretty shy compared to some other snakes, but they are pretty cool. I love him. I don't like to pick favorites, but he's probably one of my favorite snakes that I own him. So he is getting a bit older. so beautiful, so beautiful. Look at him. Look. Aren't you cute? Aren't you cute? And he's such a sweetheart too. He's never bitten me, never struck at anyone. I feel like a lot of people think rainbow boas are mean. It's a big misconception that these guys are mean. I've actually never gotten bit by... Where is he? Where is he? No. But yeah, they're super nice, relatively docile. I really like these guys for a species of boa. They don't get huge. This is a big male. Iris down there, who you saw, had 21 babies last season. I love him a lot. He's one of my favorites. Again, he's one of my favorites. So much love for the snake. He's my big boy. He's, yeah, one of my first snakes, one of my all-time favorite snakes. I would never sell this boy ever. But he is so great, so beautiful, so chunky. He's a good boy. He's so sweet. He doesn't really like it, but he'll let me pet him and give him chin rubs. So this is Griffin. She was sold to me as a sunset albino red-tailed boa het moonglow. So if I end up breeding her, we'll see if that proves it. But as of right now, she's just a wonderful pet snake. You know, morphs are cool, but I like animals just in their natural form as well. I think that they shouldn't be like treated differently because they're morphs. I like my wild types just as much as I enjoy my morphs. It is cool having interesting color patterns, and for someone like me who enjoys genetics, it's kind of fun to be able to see that in action. But they're just as cool as their wild type brothers and sisters. So, pretty snake. So the last reptile I have in this section of this room is Stewie, my other red-tailed boa, and I just realized I was actually incorrect in the other one. She is not hypo, so she's technically not het moonglow. From what I understand, again, boa morphs aren't necessarily my thing. I just really enjoy boas, so you see his cheeks, they're super pink. It's hard to tell in the video, but he's very pink, he's very cute. Like, this is the most pink I've ever seen a red-tailed boa be. He's very sweet. He's the same age as Griffin. I got them at the same time. He's special. He's cute. Look at the little face. Hi. Again, he's also very calm. He'll let me hang out with him. Snakes aren't really affectionate, but he will tolerate my affection towards him. It's always best to only give your reptiles as much attention as they can handle, and for some reptiles that's more, for some that's less. I have certain reptiles I will never handle, I'll never touch. This guy's a little more squirmy than Griffin. Wormy, Stewart. So that is all for my reptile room tour for now. This is going to be part one of, technically 3, but part 1 of the 2 parts of this room. There's an area over there that I will show you in a future video, probably soon, hopefully. I just finished my finals, so I'm gonna have a bit more time, and I'm really gonna try hard to make more videos. Any other video ideas, things you think I should film, or anything you want to know about my animals, please let me know. What you can expect in the next video over there would be more geckos, and some chameleons, and a couple of snakes. And then part 2 of my reptile room, it will be my bedroom, which is my second reptile room. Again, there's only like 3 species in there, 13 to 15 animals tops. So I will go through them in a future video. In there, there's more snakes. A majority of my snakes are in there. And my chameleons, more chameleons. So I'm excited to show you guys that. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more. I promise I'm actually going to start making more videos this time. Thanks again for watching. Bye guys.